Hello, namaskar and adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan once more with you from your very own channel Astro. Today we'll talk about one of the important areas of astrology, and this is the SHADBALA. SHADBALA means the strength of the planet basis various factors which affect the overall strength of the planet. These are important parts of astrology, and this will give you how the planet is overall strong in terms of its Drigbala, Naisargik Bala, Sthan Bala and so on. Now for example, Naisargik Bala is the natural strength of the planet, or how strong the planet is basis its radiance. Sun, we know, is the most radiant planet, and others in fact reflect the energy or the light of the sun. So obviously sun will be the planet with the most Naisargik or the natural strength or the radiance strength. So there are various 5 other types of strengths allotted to each planet, and basis how the planet is overall placed, basis these 6 areas of strength added to it, it will have an overall strength. These are important parts of astrology because basis the SHADBALA strength, planets also give auspicious or inauspicious results accordingly, or strong or weak results accordingly. Having strong SHADBALA scores need not necessarily mean that the planet being strong will give only auspicious results. A inimical planet which is strong will give you challenges and issues, and in fact more inimical or stronger challenges than a inimical planet which has less SHADBALA scores. On the other hand, a planet which has high SHADBALA scores and is a benefic planet or a yoga karaka for your horoscope, then obviously it will give more auspicious results, it will bring you better results and lesser malefic results. So keep in mind that high SHADBALA scores are better for benefic planets by view of giving its influence. So in a way, SHADBALA scores or the SHADBALA strength of the planet will add strength to its influencing capacity on the horoscope, and the more strong the planet is, the more strong its influence is, whether good or bad. So one of the important things of the SHADBALA strength of the planet and taking that into consideration is that SHADBALA doesn't take into account important yogas or doshas. Say for example, a weak Jupiter and a weak moon placed far from each other and not in yoga are not that strong. However, with the same degrees, if Jupiter and moon combine, then by virtue of being in a Gachakesari yoga, then they are very, very strong. And so the yoga strength of the planets or the dosha incapacity of the planets is not taken into account in the SHADBALA scores. And so it will not be a foolproof method of saying that SHADBALA scores are the most important parts of astrology or to predict results. They should be used more as a guide and to validate what the Lagna chart analysis of the astrologer is saying, rather to depend only on the numerical added strength or the mathematical component in astrology. Astrology is based on, as various sages have said, based on the intuition of sages rather than only numbers alone. So a combination of factors come together in giving analysis and prediction, and not only the numerical strength of a planet. So keeping in mind that SHADBALA scores are only so much important, and they can use more as a guide and to validate, and not to arrive at an analysis or to give prediction only basis that. Let's jump into understanding what the different strengths or SHADBALA strengths are. What are the 6 areas that the SHADBALA scores added or combined together give to each planet. The SHADBALA factors are the positional strength of the planet, which is also called the Sthan Bala, or the directional strength of the planet, which is the Digbala, the temporal strength of the planet, also called the Kal Bala, motional strength, which is called the Cheshta Bala, the natural strength or the Naisargik Bala, and the aspectual strength, which is called the Drigbala. Now the positional strength or the Sthan Bala is basis how the planet is placed, which means is it placed in an inimical sign or a friendly sign, or in its own sign, or its exaltation sign, or its sign of debilitation. A planet which is an exaltation sign is given 60 points and is supposed to be very, very strong. And the further it is away from its exaltation point, the points are also subtracted from the 60 points accordingly. So for every 3 degrees of movement away from its exaltation point, the planet will lose 1 point. And so overall strength of the planet basis the positional strength are taken into account basis how far it is away from its exaltation strength and whether it is closer to its debilitation strength or not, because the exaltation strength of a planet is diametrically opposite its debilitation sign or the debilitation degree. Now, as part of its positional strength, certain other factors are contributing factors to the positional strength. These are Uchchabala, which is the exaltation strength, the Saptak Varg Gajabala, which is the divisional strength, Ujjayuk Maras Yamsa Bala, or odd or even strength, Kendra Bala or angular strength, Drekana Bala or the declinate strength, basis whether it's placed in what degrees in the sign. As part of the divisional strength, a planet is given 30 points if it's in own sign, 22.5 points in great friend sign, 15 points in friend sign, 7.5 points in neutral sign, 3.75 points in an inimical sign, and 1.87 points in a great enemy sign. So basis how it is placed in the horoscope, if it's placed in a placement in the horoscope which is closer to its friend's placement, then it is seen as a great friend because it is already a friend. Now it is placed closer to its own friend's placement, so it is in the placement of great friend. So these factors are also taken into account when you see the divisional strength of the planet. Then next is the angular strength. Basis where it is placed in the horoscope, whether it is placed in the Kendra houses or the Trik houses or the Trine houses or the Panafara houses, strengths are allotted to the planet accordingly. So for example, in the Kendra houses it is given 60 points. If it is in the succeeding houses, which is the 2, 5, 8 or 11 houses, they are given 30 points, and in the 3rd, 6th, 9th or 12th houses 15 points are allotted, which are also called the cadent houses. Now what is the Naisargik Bala of the planet? As I said earlier, Naisargik Bala is based on the radiance of the planet, and hence Sun being the planet which is, or the planetary body or heavenly body which is the highest radiance, it is given 60 points, whereas Saturn, which is furthest away from the Sun, is given 9 points. So planets in between are given points accordingly, and also basis their reflection capacity of being able to reflect light from the Sun, and hence Jupiter, while being furthest away from the Sun and just before Saturn, is still given higher points because of being larger in size. Its reflection capacity of the Sun's light is still higher. Now the directional strength or the Digbala is basis which houses the planet is placed in the horoscope. Say for example, Jupiter and Mercury get the highest strength in the Lagna or the eastern direction. Sun and Mars get the highest strength in the 10th house or the south direction. Venus and Moon get the highest strength in the north direction or the 4th house, and Saturn gets the highest strength in the western direction or the 7th house in the horoscope, and accordingly points are also allocated to where the planet is placed in the horoscope, in which house. Now the temporal strength or the Kala Bala is based on what year, month, day are you born and which hour you are born. Now each year, the month, the date of the day of the week is given certain points. I'm not getting into too many complications here because this is a very complicated method to take out the SHADBALA, and today computers are strong enough to be able to calculate all these factors which are fed into, and so SHADBALA scores are taken into account as a overall scores, and some astrologers take into account different types of factors also apart from the SHADBALA scores. So the computer is good enough to give you overall SHADBALA scores. So keeping in mind the Kala Bala, which is all the temporal strength, based on the who is the deity of the year, who is the deity of the month, who is the deity of the day, points are allocated accordingly, and the planet strength is contributed to these factors. Now the SHADBALA is the motional strength of the planet. The motional strength is basis the distance from the sun. A planet which is closest to the sun is combusted and is not visible, its rays don't reach us, and hence 0 points are allocated to it. However, a planet which is furthest away from the sun in its motional in its motion is given the highest points. So the SHADBALA of a planet is given added impetus if it's farthest away from the sun, and lowest points if it is closest to the sun. Now the SHADBALA, or the aspectual strength, is how are the planets aspecting each other with how many degrees. Planets which are aspecting each other directly opposite are given higher points. Planets which are at angular degrees with each other again are given higher points. Planets which are aspecting each other with quarter aspects or half aspects are given lesser points when you take into account the aspectual strength or the SHADBALA of the planet. So the overall SHADBALA scores should be taken into account when you are doing an analysis and you are recommending certain predictions or giving certain predictions. However, what is most important when you're using the SHADBALA scores is also to see what yogas or doshas the planets are in, what are the malefic or benefic aspects of the planets on each other, which the SHADBALA scores don't see. SHADBALA scores will take into account what is the degree of aspect, but whether the aspect is of a malefic or benefic may not be taken into account. So when you are using SHADBALA scores, do take into account the yogas, the doshas, whether the aspect is of a malefic or a benefic, and whether malefic planets are placed together or benefic planets are placed together, and through a combination of factors one should use SHADBALA scores, and not as a standalone factor or the most important factor, because SHADBALA scores are not the most important factors, but definitely an important contribution to your analysis and to your predictions. So friends, look into your own SHADBALA versus basis the planets placed in your horoscope. Also see if they are part of any doshas or any yogas, what are the malefic and benefic aspects on them, and then keeping into account and taking into account all these factors, then do your analysis accordingly, and don't jump to conclusions only basis the SHADBALA scores or the Ashtakvarga points which are given to us through our calculations. So friends, like this video and please share this video. Please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my new video is coming. If you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. And if you want me to make a video on a certain topic, please recommend that particular topic in the comment section. If I can, I will surely make a video on that particular topic. So till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.